I'm Jimmy Black with Stone Global Selections. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to install our new Stone Illusions thin cast concrete fireplaces. But before we get started, we need to review the type of tools we're going to need. We need a level, tape measure, some masking tape, a drill bit, carpenter's pencil, some construction adhesive, a circular saw with a cement blade on it, and a dust mask. And lay out the pieces of the surround to check for any damage. Each mantle surround has the following components: the mantle, 2 legs, 4 filler pads, the hearth pad, the instruction book, and a package of brackets and screws. The first thing we need to do is to find the center point of our fireplace opening. So I'm going to take the tape measure, measure across the front, which is 44.5 inches. So at 21 3/4 will be my center point. Now I'm simply just going to put a piece of painter's tape on it so we could easily remove it after we're finished. And I'm going to do the same thing for the top part to also mark our center point by using the level and coming up with my center line. The next step is to check the substrate in front of the fireplace to make sure it's level. We simply take our level and ensure we have a flat surface. This one's pretty good. From there, since it is level, all we have to do is use construction adhesive to set the material. We simply take the pad, slide it into the back of the wall using the tape as your center point, and then test to ensure you have a good fit. We need to slide it over to line up our tape. There we go. Slide it a little bit more. That's good. You'll hand me the construction adhesive. So in order to set the actual pad, all we need to do is dab our substrate to secure it to the plywood. Slide it in place, pull it over just a little bit. A little bit more. There we go. There. If your substrate's not level, you'll need to put some shims underneath the hearth pad to ensure it's level before we even get started. You can also, with those shims, put some thin set mortar under there, whether it's plywood or concrete, to ensure a nice base for the pad to rest on. The next step is to work on the fireplace surround panels. The first piece we're going to put in is the bottom panel. This panel fits just like this. As you can see, it covers up some of the fireplace vents. So we will need to cut this panel. So we'll simply measure the height that we want the panel and then cut it to that height. We're going to cut this to 5 inches. So we'll take this outside and cut this panel to a 5-inch width, so when we stand it up on the edge, we will leave plenty of room for the clearance of the fireplace and the vents. Okay, what I've done now is I've marked my 5-inch height, and I'm going to cut this piece. Cutting concrete creates a lot of dust, so you'll want to wear safety goggles and a dust mask. You'll also want to keep your brush nearby so you can brush all the excess dust off the piece. You don't want to be tracking that back in the house. And plus, when we adhere this to the wall, we don't want any dust getting in the way of the construction adhesive. So there we go. Let's go install it. Now that we have our cut piece, we're going to install it. We're always going to install the cut edge down so the finished edge is always up. So first of all, we're going to center it to the fireplace. Take our construction adhesive and simply dab it along the top and sides. And then simply just stand it up. This will ensure a good fit against the fireplace. The next thing we want to do is to measure for our legs. Now, we had taken this fireplace as a remodel, so it had tile around it, so we took it off. So we want to cover up to where the other tile was. So the bottom of the header surround wants to come to there, so I need a leg to go between that spot and the bottom one, which would be exactly 32 3/4 inches. So my header is going to come down to here, so I need 2 legs cut at 32 3/4. So we're going to go outside and cut those legs and install them.